sending it to a break. Saurabh Netravalkar immediately victimized by Navanpreet Singh on the first delivery of the match. Colin Archibald as well knocked around by Singh, who picked up a handful of boundaries, and the start of Archibald having a little trouble keeping it on the ground. It would, however, be Saurabh Netravalkar after getting a bit of tap in the first over, inducing the ball out to long on, claimed by Ravinderpal Singh. That would be wicket 1 down, and the start of a litany of wickets falling just after a bit of bang-bang. Here's a bit of bang-bang for you there. Anthony Bramble getting off to the races with a big 6. Sammy Aslam would find his way a little more onto the score sheet there with this 4 after a tough start, 1 off the first 7. It would be the early entrance of Srini Raghavan that initially looked like it was going to be quite costly. The 4 off that first ball, that followed up immediately by a big 6 from Anthony Bramble, but as he tried to throw the sweep shot, initially a shout for LBW, not given. And then on the next one, the wicket taken. Sammy Aslam would go out fetching a wide one and bringing out the best of Dev Thadani, a spectacular catch out in the deep for the youngster. Just the beginning of a day to remember for Dev. They gave him the ball soon thereafter. This 4 hit by Zia Shahzad, the only boundary he would concede until one of the last balls he bowled of the day. Come up here to Srini Raghavan in the 9th over. He would give up a couple boundaries here and there, but like we said, just 22 off the last 22 that he bowled, following those 2 boundaries off of Bramble. And right here, trying to throw the scoop shot, victimized LBW. That was the end of the day for Shivam Mishra, his high score on the season with the 14. Zia Shahzad would look to accelerate. We would see that familiar refrain as he would hit the 6 right here, get the boundary shot, narrowly missing our broadcast position here. Vishal Tiku front and center. It's not where the producer wants to be. That's not the that's not the idea. But very soon after, trying to hoik one from a bit too wide and a bit too good of a length, and Gary Graham holds that one nice and secure. 5 wickets down, just barely past the halfway point. After that, it was Dev Thadani time as he would victimize his fellow young bowler Vatsal Vagela with that one biting in from an off-stump line to take off the top of middle. Pranay Suri, so economical over the course of this. That one of the few balls that anyone got decently into the air off of him. As Harish Kakani looked to push the pace a bit. Soon after, it would be Dev Thadani sending the bails flying again, taking out the debutant Tejas Nataraj. Just 3 for him. One of those handful of single-digit scores. Kakani would ride his luck a little bit, outside edge to pick up 4 off of this one as we worked our way later in the piece, but Thadani was not done. That the only other 4 he gave up. He would pick up a wicket before that over was concluded, and then Colin Archibald back in would take care of Sadaf Hussain, caught behind. Archibald, however, would meet his nemesis from yesterday, Niraj Gul, and Gul teeing off to try and push this total to something defensible. Saurabh Netravalkar's final over of work crowned by his 2nd wicket as he trapped Harish Kakani in front. And then it was Niraj Gul time. A 6 skewed off the face of the bat to extra cover, followed by an even longer 6 launched here over backward square. Needed a new ball for the last couple teens there, 9 extras to go along with it, and a few single-digit scores. No ducks today. We had a few of those yesterday in that innings, but not a particularly impressive batting card. As we said, wickets at regular intervals. As we'll take a look as well at the statistics from the Silicon Valley Strikers bowlers. A lot to like here if you're one of the fans in two-tone blue. 3 sub-run-a-ball economies among the 5 bowlers. Netravalkar there at 2 for 18. Dev Thadani 2 for 15. Even Pranay Suri there, 20 runs after he was knocked around a little bit yesterday. Didn't come up with a wicket, but was a for you. Here we go. And it did start with Arshbuch and Lahiru Milantha. First boundary of the day came off the bat of the 28-year-old from San Jose. It was a brief day for Lahiru Milantha, though. The first ball he really made decent contact with, fired to Sammy Aslam in the covers. And that was all she wrote. Second duck on the season for Lahiru Milantha. And a bit of a surprise here. We have said generally the strikers have gone as Milantha has gone, and today that was nearly borne out yet again. Jadiwala into the encounter, though, at 3, and he started with immediate intent. A 4 here off the first ball he faced in what turned out to be a pretty expensive second over against Niraj Gul. Vatsal Vagela into the piece with Milantha absent. Did go for a boundary early here against Rahul Jadiwala as he worked his way into double figures. But it was a slow-scoring power play here, and Harish Kakani, in that final over of the power play, reduced to absolute begging. We see on that one there looking for the edge. This may be the one that was a shout for LBW that had us saying, somebody go out there and give him a hug, because that was a pretty good shout for it there against Arshbuch. Butch would not last much longer, though. He did pull out this longer shot here down the ground for a 6. Worked his way up to 22 with a 4 a little bit after that, but pretty soon thereafter was sent packing at 49 for 2. That the one that ended up in the mouth of a dog out there on the sidelines. I don't know if we replaced that ball or just ran with it. Here, though, holing out to Pranav Pradeep, or excuse me, correction rather, Navanpreet Singh there in the covers. Vatsal Vagela picking up his first wicket of the encounter after picking up 2 in each of his last 2 matches. Be Niraj Gul getting Pranay Suri soon thereafter. A very brief third wicket partnership, the catch taken by Pranav Pradeep. And that would begin the 37-run partnership, though, between Rahul Jadiwala and the new man Ravinder Pal Singh. Singh came in with ducks in his first 2 encounters, and there was some thought that he might well go for one right there, but that one not caught. Didn't catch the edge or anything, just 4 byes at that point. Ravinder Pal Singh would get his first boundary right there, straight back over the head of Zia Shahzad. A rude greeting as Shahzad would give up 11 in this over. Another 4 of them coming off this one opposite field. Correction, I believe another 6 off of that one there from Ravinder Pal Singh. Rahul Jadiwala continuing at that run-a-ball pace, partnering for the second time to add 30-odd to a total. Had a 4 there as the attempt to save it at the boundary went wanting. But you can see there that run rate required. Silicon Valley for a good long chunk of this game before that, sitting at a run a ball, sitting at needing about 7 runs per over, even edging up towards 8. Pranav Pradeep came in, bowled a single over, gave up that 4 on a no ball. A couple of singles later, though, would get Rahul Jadiwala to pop this one up, and Pradeep circling and making a fantastic catch off of his own bowling there for his first wicket as a member of the Golden State Grizzlies and his first MILC wicket dating back to 2021 with the Beamers. That over would not have a happy ending, though, as Gary Graham would deposit one directly over our heads here at the commentary position and down the avenue just behind us. Ravinder Pal Singh with Zia Shahzad back into the attack moments later, also gone. That one not without a little bit of drama, as it was briefly fumbled and then secured by Tejas Nataraj over at the mid-wicket boundary. But with 5 wickets down, it would come down to Gary Graham and Colin Archibald, and Graham getting underway quickly. He had already had that 6. This one just over the top of Vatsal Vagela, ending what looked like a really good over, 3 runs and a wicket, ends up being 9 runs and got Silicon Valley for the first time down to needing a run a ball. That Yorker right there very nearly claiming Gary Graham's wicket, able to get just enough inside edge on it to avoid falling to that man. Colin Archibald with this one sending players of both persuasions scattering as he destroyed one to long off. That got him well and truly underway. Archibald would finish off with 21 off 18. This one nearly a 4 that would have removed a lot of drama from the encounter, but took the knee of Shailendra Raj, the umpire just behind Sadaf Hussain. Hussain, a spectacular day with ball in hand today, but it did not end the way he would have liked. That 4 there worked out by Colin Archibald enough to really bring down the total necessary, and they didn't leave much to defend, but Harish Kakani defend it he did, as they very nearly got this one done. 3 needed off 3, made it 3 off 2 here. And now it was time to try and take some buys, a swing and a miss. This one an opportunity to run out Colin Archibald, but the miss at that end, and that was a signal of things to come, as the final delivery would be a little bit Keystone Cop-ish for the Golden State Grizzlies. Avert your eyes, those folks in red and gold right now. A chance to run out Archibald at the non-striker, the striker's end, a chance to run out Graham at the non-striker's end, and another chance to run out Archibald. The throw late was it. A 5-wicket victory that makes it sound like it was a whole heck of a lot more decisive than it actually was. All of that coming on buys on the final delivery. One last look here at the match summary. Harish Kakani, your leading scorer with 22. On the Golden State Grizzlies side, Jadiwala, the only person to eclipse 22 runs on either team with his 37. I think we'll go ahead and likely crown him the man of the match. Perhaps share that honor with Raghavan, who took 4 wickets on his side for 32 runs. A little expensive on the first couple deliveries after giving up 10 off the first 2, though. A run a ball and 4 wickets taken certainly has a claim to that honor as well. Silicon Valley taking the win. And if we can take a look actually at the standings here, I don't know if they will have updated yet, but we can at least give you a sense of what those would look like as the Silicon Valley Strikers